Okay guys, I just wanted to take a quick video to talk about our approach, our strategy, right, for solving equations. And so, remember, what's the first thing we're thinking? Isolate the variable, right? And so, with that, there's something I don't think I've mentioned much, but I've mentioned it a couple times in class. So, we're thinking order of operations backwards, okay? So this is the order of operations, right? Parentheses, exponents, multiplication, division, addition, subtraction. And if we're evaluating an exponent, this is the order we want to do it, okay? Well, if we're solving an equation, we want to do this backwards, okay? So we want to take a look at this going the opposite direction when we're solving an equation, okay? Okay, for an equation. So what does that mean? Exactly, you're saying, okay, what? I'm confused. Let's just make up a random equation. Okay, so we're going to say 2 plus x, and then we're going to say, let's multiply that by 4 and divide it by 2 and add 7 to it, and that equals, I don't know, 12. Okay, so this is our equation. I just made this up, so it might not turn out quite right. And we're going to look at this, and we're going to say, what can we do first? And I think this is where a lot of us are struggling. So let's look at this. Well, let's think order of operations backwards. So is there any addition or subtraction that's outside of parentheses that we can take care of first? Yes. In this case, there is. We've got all this. We have this little mess over here. We're still thinking isolate x, but we got plus 7. That's addition or subtraction. So let's take care of it first. Let's subtract 7. How do we get rid of that? All right. Adding 7, so we subtract 7. And what does that leave us with? Okay. What does that leave us with? Leaves us with this mess still over here. 4, 2 plus x over 2. The 7's canceled, right? And then 12 minus 7 is, for some reason I'm having trouble top of my head, is 5, right? 12 minus 7 is 5. Okay. So next, we've got, we still have to think, okay, what can we do next? So is there any addition or subtraction that's outside of the parentheses? No. Is there any multiplication or division outside the parentheses? Yes. So let's take care of it, right? So we've got 4 times all that, and then we've got divided by 2. So why don't we go ahead and multiply by 2 first, get rid of this division. I think that's the easiest way to see it, but it doesn't really matter what order you do it in. So if we times 2, that's going to cancel that out. Do it to one side, got to do it to the other, okay? And we've got 4 plus 2x is what we're left with when the 2's cancel, equals 10. Okay, well now we got 4 times all this stuff in the parentheses, so let's get rid of that. Multiplying by 4, that means we need to divide by 4 to get rid of it. And 4's canceled. We're left with 2 plus x equals, we're gonna simplify that, so 5 over 2, okay? And now what's our final step? Now these parentheses, right? There's nothing outside of them, so we can do our parentheses. We're skipping exponents for now. We'll talk about that later, but we can go inside the parentheses now. So once we're inside the parentheses, we want to do order operations backwards again. So is there any addition or subtraction we can take care of first? Yes, we can subtract 2. Okay. So if we do it to one side, got to do it to the other, right? And we end up, these cancel, we're left with x, and then I'm just going to do this to this side. 5 over 2 minus 2, and 2, if we want to have a common denominator, would be 4 over 2, okay? So this is adding and subtracting fractions. You can look at that on your own if you need help with it. That leaves us with 1/2, okay? So we end up with x equals 1/2, and that's our final answer. So I just wanted to that's an example that kind of has several different steps to get us an approach to solving equations that's thinking about it kind of systematically, that order of operations backwards. So if you're having trouble figuring out what steps should come first, what steps should come next, that's a good way for you to think about it.